chasing me and you. All these years of inspiration and love. Oh, how we live and what we say. It's Stampin' Up and it's our way.
Hey everyone, it's Pauline with Stamp with Pauline, and today I am using the Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. And for this, what I'm going to show you is just a couple of things that I've done with this set. The first thing I want to do is show you, first of all, you need to have a baby wipe or a tissue handy so that you can actually wipe off your masks as soon as you are done. So just grab a baby wipe and have that handy, ready to go to just clean off your masks as you use them. Okay, so that is the first thing you need to do, or a little tip that I think. The second thing is, when you actually get these masks, there's a few in the set, but if you look up in the top corner here, there are notches, but there's also some numbers. I'm not sure if you can see it. That says 1, that says 2, this one is number 3, and this one is number 4, and that's the order that you use the stencils in. So to start off with, I've got some Fresh Freesia, and I've got some Moody Mauve, and I've got some Misty Moonlight. This is actually the colours that Alyssa actually used when she was doing her card, and I really liked that. This one here is another sample I have done, and that's using Pumpkin Pie, Crushed Curry, Pecan Pie, and the Crumb Cake. And then for my leaves, I've used Old Olive and Misty Moonlight to give those. So that's another option. But for this card, what I'm doing is I'm going to lay it sideways. So this is just in the portrait way. This is actually landscape, and I want more of that sunflower on my card, so I'm going to line that up on my grid paper like so. The second thing is grab a pencil, and what I've done is actually notched out, just drawn a line across here, and I'll show you where that is, just here, so that you can actually see on this where to actually position all of your stencils so they all line up. But what I'm going to do on this one is have 2 lots on there. So I'm going to move my flowers around so that I can actually have some more daisies down the bottom as well. So another thing with this, I will say, is you cannot, or what I have found so far, depending on the colours that you're using when you're using your blending brushes, you can't flip the cardstock over because it actually shows the pattern on the other way through. So something to be a little bit aware of, that I have found, that you can't flip the cardstock. You know, when we make a mistake and we turn it over and we use the other side, this is one of those techniques I found that does get a little bit tricky on that side. So you can also use some repositional tape or some washi tape to secure that down. I am just going to use my hand. Now you can actually dab off with the blending brush, but because I'm actually going for that outer layer and I want that to be pink and I'm bringing it into the center, I'm actually not dabbing off on my pieces. Okay, so I'm actually leaving it quite dark there. Then I'm going to take my darker and I'm going to bring in my Moody Mauve, and this time I will dab off and just lightly bringing out some of that dark color, and again and again. So just manipulating those around. You don't need a lot. And then I'm bringing back in the Fresh Freesia just to go over and make sure I've got all of those petals. Okay, so that is my card there. Now, because what I want to do is have an extra couple of daisies on my card, what I'm going to do is move my daisies so that I've got them here. I'm just going to grab my pencil and again mark out where my notch is so that I know where I'm going. Take my light and again come in and around the outside, and then in and around the outside of that one, and then into the center. Taking the dark, tap off a little bit, just manipulate that, just wiggle that around, bringing it out, and then back in with some Fresh Freesia and that is my pinks. All right, grab my baby wipe and just give that a quick wipe over, just so in case it doesn't stain, making sure that that's all out of the way. Now, number 2 is the leaves. Now, with the leaves, of course, you'll have to be a little bit careful with them due to the fact that I've got these 2 extra daisies on the side. So I'm positioning this, and Alyssa actually did her leaves, and I'm going to copy her. I'm going to case her card. And what I'm going to do is actually bring in the Misty Moonlight. She's actually used this for the center and for the leaves. So holding down, and I will tap off because I just want that to be a light blue. And then now my other leaf is just down here, so I'm going to do that. Now I need to be careful with this leaf because it's right smack bang in the center. So what I'm actually going to do is lift up my stencil, position my notches here, so just line that up. Just going to take that bottom, I'm just going to actually move that sideways because it won't matter so much with this one, and I'm just going to bring in a little bit here, and then I do want another leaf just over here, just a little bit of colour there. All right, so that is my leaves done. Then what I'm going to do is bring in the number 3 stencil, and it goes down onto here, and just going to take a little bit of my blue, just going on one side of it, just a little bit dark. All right, that's like that. And then positioning my 2 others just on there, and there we go. Wipe that down, and then this one is the number 4 stencil, and I'm going to go in like that. And this time, just bring that in. I want a full strength of that dark blue on there, just so it marries up like that. And then I'm also going to rotate this direction. So where's my little notch? There he is. And pop him on. Make sure my notches are lined up. And again, full strength for this one. And that is as simple as the card gets. So then I can actually turn this around. I can make it go whichever I like. I think I like it that way. And that is my card ready to now stick on to a base card. So I'll probably put some Misty Moonlight layer in the back on that one, and it can go on a white base card. But that is as simple as these stencils get. Now you get a few different other ones in this kit as well in the pack. So you also get the bunch of leaves. They'll be really good in a bunch of different varieties of green. Then you get snowflakes, and then you get the houndstooth design as well. So have a go with that. I thought it was really cool. So yeah, I will see how we go with making lots more of different color combinations for this using the stencils. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.
What we love, what we do makes a difference in